What does focusing on yourself really looks like? I thought long and hard about that question. I mean, it's a critical question that every single individual has to ask themselves at some point in their lives. Especially in this modern world that we're living in, where we always intend to prioritize the external more than the internal, where we always find ourselves lost in the midst of mystification, deviating from looking within. The truth is that a lot of us are too focused on the noise. We're too focused on the distractions that are around us, that are constantly feeding us the wrong dopamine because of the consumption of stimulating, activities that we indulge in. And those activities that we indulge in, they're the very same ones who are deranging us, from practicing self-introspection so that we can be able to attract our true selves. If you can study history, you'll get to understand that those who were written in the great books, those we idolize today, they all have a common story. They have managed to be great by simply focusing on themselves, investing in themselves every single day until eventually their skills turn into talent. But it all boils down to one thing, which is focusing on yourself. And even the quote says, those who intensively focus on themselves will go far, and those who intensively focus on others will forever remain stagnant. So what this actually implies is that those who intensively focus on themselves, they will become prosperous and they will grow, because focus is crucial for your growth. The more you practice it, it's like you're watering yourself. So it's crucial and also vital for you to start navigating all of that attention and focus that you constantly give to unethical things back to you, so that you can be well refined. Because remember that growth is all about improving. But the thing is, you need to have a specific thing that you need to improve in, because you can't improve if you don't have any craft that you're working on. And you can't find something to work on if you don't have the focus. Because remember that the whole purpose of self-introspection is to help you find yourself so that you can be able to, find your passion and your craft. But it all starts with you putting yourself forward and prioritizing yourself. Oftentimes when you start making this kind of decisions and changes, your circle will criticize you. They will ridicule you. Because keep in mind that some people are attracted and attached to the low version of you. They like you better miserable, because they're also miserable. They like you better stagnant, because they're also stagnant. So you inspiring change, it will seem like a betrayal. Because keep in mind that those who often judge you, they are not judging you based on genuine concern, but they are judging you based on their own insecurities. And it's okay, but that doesn't have to stop you from being prosperous and wanting more out of life. I remember this particular teacher of mine once told me something profound, and he said, every single individual, every single soul is born to be great, but it's for us to start seeking for that greatness that is already ingrained inside of us by immersing ourselves into self-introspection. So in other words, in order for you to trigger that greatness inside of you, you will need to change your perspective towards solitude, because it takes isolation to find your purpose. It takes isolation to be laser focused. There's an online course that I've created where I talk more about mindset. So if you are interested, all you really need to do is to click that link in the description, and hopefully I will see you there. So guys, my name is Johannes. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers.